guys, welcome to Appalachia's Homestead. Potato with you today. We are stretching a meal, baby. We're making a wonderful meal tonight. Everybody's excited. White chicken chili. But I'm going to change it up a little bit because I want to work with what leftovers I have and specifically what I have in the pantry. Okay, some of your best meals are your homemade concoctions. You have a baseline of something that you like or that you've made before that's very common or popular, and then you add your own twist to it. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Let me tell you what I've done. The other day I made white beans in the crock pot. We gotta love those crock pots. We're busy, it's crazy. That's why I'm whipping up a quick meal. I gotta get back outside and work. So I gotta get this cooked up. So I already knew that I was gonna be going this route. I've got white beans, and I kept thinking, what's a great thing to make with white beans? White chicken chili, right? You can make any type of chili with any type of bean. I don't play by the rules with just red beans here, black beans here. Beans, they just get mixed in all together, and you're going to see that here today as well, and it works out perfect. Then I also have a crock pot of a whole chicken. We had a whole chicken last night. So what I'm doing is I've taken it and I've reheated it back up, and I'm stripping off all the meat, okay? I'm specifically taking any white meat, the dark meat, what we have on there, and I'll be placing it in this, and I'm gonna be taking some of the juice and the broth that's already in there to add to the soup, okay? I'm gonna show you this as we make it. And then what I'm gonna do is fill up my crock pot with water and spices and all these other good things to make my own homemade chicken broth. Got a video on that, it's the bomb. Secret to life is homemade chicken broth, right? So what I'm going to be adding, I'm going to show you as we do this. I just want to do a little intro. We're going to whip it up. We're going to whip up some cornbread. We might even whip a nay-nay, I don't know. And we're going to have a wonderful fall dinner tonight. Let's get started. All right, guys, so what you see here is the crock pot. We ate all that we wanted to eat last night. I simply put the lid back on it, put it in the fridge, and then this afternoon I put it on warm. I just wanted to warm it up. It's nicer to strip it down. I could have stripped it down last night and done this last night, but it was so hot and I just was tired and had a lot to do, so I just let it cool and put it away and took it on for today. I'm going to strip off as much meat as I can get from the chicken, okay? And then I'm going to scoop out all this heavenly broth that you see down here. It's already been simmering and cooking, and carrots and onion and tons of garlic and all of these things for the chicken that we had. So I'm going to place that over in the bowl. So that's where we're going to start. And, I was sort of, I knew I'd do this. So you can see I strategically left certain pieces of meat in there so that we could stretch it again. So that's where we're going to head next. All right, guys, so you can see I've simply just brought the meat over to the pan, baby. That's it. Now, you could do this in a crock pot. I encourage you to make this in a crock pot. It just got away from me today, so I'm whipping this up and going to let it simmer on the stovetop, okay? But the crock pot, another crock pot, that's why it's good to have a couple of different crock pots so that you can rotate things much easier or transfer them and don't have to worry about washing so much. So this crock pot is being stripped down and brought over here, and then I have just taken out a lot of the juice. I even plopped over some of the cooked down onions, okay? From this point, I'm going to bring over my white beans from my other crock pot. So I'm going to go ahead and just plop them in here and mix it up. So it's kind of hard for me to show you that, but you're going to know what it is. It's white beans. All right, guys, so all I did was bring over my leftover white beans, okay? I don't even know exactly how much that is. Several cups, okay? And I just kept that. What we did is we had white beans and cornbread, okay? So now we're going to stretch it. Now I'm going to add spices. Now, again, this is a twist on white chicken chili. If you make white chicken chili, you're going to see I do it a little bit different than a lot of recipes. I'm going to add in a little bit of oregano. Love it. Just to add in a little bit of oregano in there. I'm going to add in a little bit of cayenne pepper. It's good for you. Just a splash or two, kind of being a little gentle there. I'm going to also add in garlic in several fashions and ways. I'm trying to not add a whole lot of salt. I really don't need to. And of course, taste this as you go. You know, it's the magic of it. Then I'm going to add in garlic, a heaping tablespoon of garlic with some juice. I'm going to add in a little bit of actual chili powder right in here, just a little bit, so it's going to add a little color to it. Then I'm going to add in, let me reach over, cumin. That stuff smells so good. I'm just splashing it in there, people. Now, I'm also going to add, to give it a little bit more meat, if you will, not meat, I've got the meat in there, to give it a little bit more thickness, I'm going to add black beans. I love black beans. I can eat black beans with every meal. I'm not joking. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, It's really weird. I don't care. I love it. So I'm going to do that. So that's taken away from your white chicken chili. And then a lot of times when you have white chicken chili, you have your green chilies. Well, I don't have just green chilies. I've got Rotel. So I'm going to add in a little bit with the tomatoes because you can't have too many tomatoes in your life, people. That's a proven fact. So I'm just going to whip this up. I'm going to keep an eye on it. I might add a little bit of water to it. This is going to be fantastic. And just let it simmer and heat up, and I'll do a taste test or two. And we're going to pour this on homemade, fresh cornbread. Yeah, made straight in the Lodge cast iron. So don't be afraid to take your leftovers. You could have taken this chili. Excuse me, you could have taken the chicken and you could have made this 100 different ways. You could make it more of a vegetable style chicken and add pasta to it. You could do all kinds of things. You could have made this with a potato soup. If you've seen my crock pot, put my potato soup. Have you seen that video? It's fall, it's winter, you got to make my potato soup. So if you want to check that out, it will make you a very happy person, I promise. All right, so we've got this pre-mixed. We're going to let it simmer. We'll taste it and we will adjust with all of our goodies as we need to. Let's get it over here and get on some heat, and let's whip up some cornbread, folks. All right, so I've got the soup simmering. My oven is preheating, so I'm about to make my cornbread, right? Right over here back in the crock pot where all that chicken, all that leftover was in there, I filled it up with about 3 quarts of water. I might be able to add a little bit more there. I plopped in a little bit of bay leaves, actually 4 or 5 of those in there. Turmeric. I want the turmeric in there, and a heap of garlic again, building immune systems right there. So what I'm going to do is simply turn the crock pot on low. I've shown you this before in a video. I'm going to put the lid on, and I'm going to let this simmer all night long. It's going to go like Lionel Richie all night long, okay? And then tomorrow I'll let it cool, and then I will strain it. That's how you get your homemade chicken broth. Once you start making your own homemade chicken broth, you'll never buy that stuff at the store unless you just need a back stock, okay? We talked about that in the food storage challenge. If you know how to make your own, you can't go back too easy, okay? So I'm going to move forth with my cornbread, but I wanted to show you, again, still stretching the meal, stretching the chicken. I mean, it's amazing how we can do that. Take advantage of that. All right, let's get cooking some cornbread. All right, guys, it's as simple as that. Just let it cook, let it simmer, and then take it down on a low simmer and just let it sit and keep it stirred. Taste it. I did add a little bit of salt to it. I'm trying to keep everything low sodium, and I added a little bit more garlic, but not much. So you just temper it as you taste it. Add what you like. It's things that you want to create, okay? Then the cornbread is ready. Lodge, thank you for all your cool stuff. We love making all that good cornbread in it. So now we're going to have a wonderful dinner and relax tonight. And then for tomorrow, I've got all that wonderful chicken stock ready to create. We'll just have it or to create something else, another fine meal. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, like and subscribe. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. We'll talk to you soon. Y'all stay cool and safe out there, and we'll see you on the next video. It's time to eat, y'all. Just to show you guys, most of us have already had a bowl or 2. So it's been eaten about halfway down. So guess what we're having tomorrow for lunch? Or if we had to have it again for tomorrow night for dinner. It's another stretched meal. This is how we roll. Y'all enjoy.